Oi oi, it's Roger Retro Gamer. Welcome to Tap Free Zoned Roger. How you doing? It's been a while. I've been on a self-imposed buying ban for bloody ages, it seems. Absolutely ages. So there's been no pickups really until now. Oh yeah, baby. Hope you've all been well. I say that as if anyone's watching. If you are watching, hello. Thanks for coming back. Oh, my head is all burnt, glistening from a journey round to the mother-in-law's. Sat out in the sun for a couple of hours today. Oh, boiling. My head's stinging like mad. We've been over to wrestling this afternoon with Harry X, and I'm sitting there and I'm just inside cooking. So try not to pass out. You know how it is. So yeah, once again, hope you're all well. This is a bit of a long-winded one, but we'll try and nip through it as quick as we can. Now, out of the blue, an old school pal. Now I'm 43 now. And an old school pal hit me up on a Facebook message out of the blue, out of nowhere. Hello, Rog. Someone mentioned you might be up for, you know, looking at this. Give me some help with either selling it, or you might be interested for your supposed collection. Let me know. I'll send you some pictures through, and maybe you can either buy them off me or give me some help with where to sell it to. So I'm like, oh, step into my office. So anyway, he sends me through a fair few pictures, and I'm thinking, it's awkward, isn't it? It's awkward when it's an old pal. You don't want to lowball, so you've got to go in at a fair rate. And I was quite honest, absolutely honest, straight down the line. Basically sort of saying, and there was about 7 or 8 different sort of console bundles with some games, or lots of games and not so many, and retro to sort of as new as 360 really. So there was bits of this, bits of that. A few bundles piqued my interest, naturally. But as I say, I'm trying to be good. Self-imposed buying ban, trying to sort out the dosh, get myself a bit straight. So anyway, it goes like this. So I get back to him and I'm like, well, I'd be interested in that lot, and that lot. There's different ways of selling. You can whack it on eBay, but there's a lot of scams. You've got to deal with postage fees, any hassle. You know, being quite honest. I said, pretty much that's going to be your best way of getting top dollar. I said, or you can go to CEX. Now, some of the items there are non-UK. I said, so they can be a bit picky, and particularly with consoles, they've got to be immaculate. I see, because it's usually any excuse to sort of downgrade it to bloody console only, or even the sort of discounted version. So I said, and then you got that hassle, or do you know, are you going to use the voucher? If you go for voucher, that's my advice. Get the voucher, you get better sort of better value. I said, or my sort of figure, I've got a lot of what's there, so, you know, I will take bits in, improve my collection, you know, as you do, hang tab boxes and condition upgrades and manuals and bits and bobs. I said, so my figure would be X amount of pounds per bundle, and I'd come along, pound notes, hassle-free, thank you very much. So he's not the best at messaging back, and to be fair, nor am I. So it took a few days to sort of get something a bit more sort of sorted. And then he come back to me and just sort of said, look, I'd like it to go to someone who's really interested in that sort of gear. Getting rid of it, basically, it's just, when it was current stuff, it's been played for a year or two, not very much, and then I just stuck them, all the things I had from over the generations, chucked it all up in the loft. He said, we've recently had an extension built, he said, and I don't really want to put it all back in the loft because we're never going to use it, so if you can make use of it, I can turn a few quid out of it that'll be useful, and everyone's a winner. So I get round there the other night with Buttercup, basically loading up the van with a few bits. Way! So in one swoop, spent a fair bit of money. Now I've waited till yesterday to get it all up here, to set up, do a video, bit of loft time, and then I can have a little look through the collection. I'm going to sort out some bits that I'm not too, you know, bothered about, improve on my sort of boxes, manuals and whatnots, and there's some different accessories that I'm not really interested in. So so I've already messaged Danny and Danica. It'd be nice to add, you know, add to their collection a little bit as well at a reasonable rate, you know, mates rates and all that, as best as we can. So yeah, but I get up here, I set it all up in little piles, pile of accessories, pile of games, and then I remember the console. Now it's an older console and it's got a bit of an upgrade. So I think, shit, before I actually forget, I've done it in the past, I'm going to swap that out for the original bit that should go in there. And I've got my iPad on in the background and I'm listening in to an old podcast. Bit of a Marmite character, won't say who it is, but bit of a Marmite one, a lot of hate towards him. Each to their own, you know, I try not to get involved in dramas, but I'm listening in, and that console, I've just gone, and I'm not looking at all, and I've got the console on my lap, and I've kind of heard one of the worst sounds you're ever likely to hear as a retro game enthusiast, collector. Oh shit. I have not been taking any bloody notice. And now this is the console. And this is one of the things that really piqued me interest, because I haven't got this one. I've got a different version. And she's a fucking beauty. It's an N64. Oh, lovely, lovely. Now that worst sound in the world was me sitting it on my lap, and I've opened it at that end. And that end was still sealed up. So as I've had a little tug at the end, I've heard this rip, and the fucking seal. I broke the seal. Ah! This is really good condition. It's got a little dinky up the top there, but otherwise, all the baggies are in there. All the manuals, all the leaflets, the polystyrene's beautiful. It ain't worth me getting that out of the box, because we've all seen an N64 console, surely. And there'll be channels out there that have shown it in much better ways than I can. But she's an absolute beauty. Being very, very critical, there's a slight crease on the locking tab, and there's a little mark down the top. But otherwise, she's a cracker. There's a bit of dust, but you know, as a retro game enthusiast, we love a bit of dust. So anyway, yeah, so in my efforts to take out the expansion pack that was in there, I've just ripped the fucking seal at one end. Now, a lot of these games that have come with it, you can tell there is actually, I think, one or two that have got the original seal at the end as well. So if I do open games up, which I'm going to try not to, I've got to be bloody careful. So, N64. Ooh, lovely, lovely. We've got a little host of accessories. Now, I'll show this one first because it's a real, well, I didn't even know they did this for the N64. And this is an action replay, a boxed action replay. Now, there is a bit of rippage in that tiny bit of rippage in that corner, and I would say probably an inch long bit of rippage there. Fucking need to get Tootie round here, put his plasters on that, bit of sellotape, fucking bit of chewing gum, and give it a few licks and stick it back together, fucking iron it and all the rest of it. But I didn't even know they did that for the N64. What a cool piece. Now on the front, it's got one of those, a little bit like the Lego N64 game. So it's got a little bit of Velcro, and you open it up, and how cool is that? So what an awesome bit of kit. It originally come from Interactive Consoles, 4 Red Lion Yard, Colchester. And I remember going in there, little backstreet shop, tiny little place. I first went in there when the Xbox was current, and I used to buy loads of games out of there anyway. So so yeah, I mean, the integrity of the box is really cool. Inside, it's got just a basic leaflet and then the cartridge. As I say, I never knew that even existed. It's got the inner sort of plastic tray, and I think that's why them plastic trays, putting them in and out, that causes the boxes to rip a bit easily. So so yeah, I ain't got a bloody clue how that works, but I'm gonna have a go, and it is going to be something I shall be offering to Danny and Danica, because it's something nice to have for the collection. Now, one of the other consoles I got has actually got an action replay with it, and I'm going to be keeping that because I haven't actually got that one, so I'm going to be keeping it. And I've got the, what's it I got? Oh, what's the other one? Not action replay. Bloody hell, Codemasters thing. Oh, I don't know. I've got that on that console, but not the action replay. So so yeah, I'm going to be keeping the next one. But that's a wicked little item. I had a look on eBay because I thought that weren't even released. Daytel Game Products. And then I've seen loads of them online unboxed. I think there was one in America boxed, but something a bit different. Always nice to see something a bit different for the certainly for the N64 anyway. So the next thing, it's a third-party memory card by Joytech. All these things, the condition of these stuff. I'll show you one game in a minute, and it's the worst box out of the lot, and it's just got one sort of dent on the underside of it. The rest of them are absolutely cracking condition. So he really looked after stuff, really did. Now this, fucking, oh, Nintendo boxes, you bastards. It's in there, baggy, manual, it's all in there. So that's, again, it's another nice little shelf piece. Anything like that is really nice to have. Again, I'm gonna hit Danny Danica up, see if they want things like this. It's not my cup of tea. I've only got limited space, so all these extras. Bit of a Frankenstein Tremor pack, third party by Performance. These things are so cool. I don't really want to be opening the box because boxes are bastards. Oh, my fat little fingers. It's no good, I tell ya. I can't even get that open. I'm not risking it. It's in there, I can feel it. But my little pork sausages, they're not going to get in there easily, not without ripping all that. So I'd rather not. It's unhole punched as well. Look, it's got a bit in it. But so a third-party trimmer pack. And then when I see this, my eyes lit up. I thought, oh, now we're talking, because I needed an extra one of these. So, again, absolutely beautiful condition. Absolutely lovely. So, yeah, an official expansion pack. Now, I recently stumbled across, when I was trying to sort out my Japanese N64 console, I realised somewhere along the line I've lost one of my expansion packs. So it was on the cards that I was going to buy another one. And they're like unboxed. Obviously, they only list them as unboxed. But that's 38 quid in CEX. And I thought, oh, fucking hell. It's either 38 or 42. And I just thought, bloody Christ. Because I've got two. But to fill my box, I needed another. So I'll have a spare box, instructions, inlay, all the rest of it, of that to get rid of. So, but that's all complete. It's going on the shelf. Lovely, lovely. Something else, and I forgot these existed, and these are really cool. Because I remember having a few of these back in the day. And they are cartridge racks. And they've got the N64 magazine sort of detailing on the front, and then the UK's best-selling N64 magazine on the back. And I thought, oh, they're cool, I remember them. I'm sure I had a couple of them laid out on my windowsill. Worst place to put bloody game cartridge racks, whatever you call them, holders, cartridge holders. But yeah, I put them on my windowsill as a lad. Bloody mental. That's why somewhere out there's some yellow gold special edition N64 cartridges, and that's my fault, sorry. But yeah, a couple of racks, really cool. So so yeah, it's nice, again, nice to see, bit of nostalgia. So moving on to the next thing, a really nice boxed grey controller. Got all the bits in it, really nice condition. I give up trying to get all the boxed controllers. It's got baggy in there, it's got the inlay, everything's in there. So again, that's something I'll look to get rid of. But it's really nice. It's got, unfortunately, it's got barcode stickers on there, and a, what's that, Dixon's or Comet or Curry's? I think that was Dixon's, or was it that label? I did work experience back when I was at high school in Dixon's. It was a mean trick. Every time you'd leave the bloody shop, they'd stick fucking barcode stickers on you. So after you get searched, you walk out the front door, and the alarms are going. You go, I ain't done nothing. And then after a day or two, you'd cotton on, they'd fucking put barcode stickers on you somewhere. And that was towards the end of the day, that was our sort of have a giggle. So yeah, N64 official controller. So that'll be going as well. All helps recoup some of the dosh, because we've got a nice console in the collection. So this one is the first of the games. Now, I tell you what, it's got that sheen on it that when you know a game's been looked after and it hasn't been, you know, it's got a bit of dust on it now, I better not wipe it. You've got to be so careful, because any wipe with a cloth and it fucking scratches it. But this is the worst condition game, I think, so far, and it's because it's got a little dent there, which, get tooty round, geezer. He'll line that out for me, a treat, no doubt. But all the games are complete. They've all got their little booklets in, baggy, posters, fucking awesome condition, really are. I mean, if I just grab hold of that Manuel, but oh, I've just bent it over at the bottom there. Typical. Oh, how dopey am I, eh? So, but yeah, real treat. So I'm going to have to go through my collection and just, you know, make sure I've got the best of the bunch. As you do. Makes it all worthwhile and helps justify paying out a fucking lot of money for a collection that I've kind of already got, well, 3/4 of it. at least. So so yeah, fucking tabs on these N64 games. I hate them. So yeah, GoldenEye. I think my one is probably a little bit better, but that's still a beauty, absolute beauty. As I say, all of these are real nice condition. Sorry about the shine off my head. This looks a beauty, and you can feel it. That it's. I just want to give it a cuddle. It's a bloody nice box, and when you stumble upon a bloody nice box in life, you want to keep that box. Now there's another Duke Nukem on the N64, and I think I'd already got rid of the box to Dan. I think this one's going to probably be going, because I'm not too fussed about keeping the box for this. It's not one of my core 50 titles, but just again to have a little sneaky peek, as I just baggy in there, tray in there, all lovely jubbly. Some instruction manual for the instruction manual for the Action Replay. Way! So there was an instruction manual for it. Way! Oh man, I'm bending fucking that. I should leave these in the box. Yeah, I remember the other Duke Nukem had a quite a thick manual. So yeah, it's all complete. It's all really nice. So with the old absolutely crispy. So that'll be a game I've got a cartridge of it. I'm not that fussed about having the full game. So Dan, Danica, if you need it, I shall send you pictures soon, and you let me know. We'll try and sort out some sort of deal. Now, this one, look at this. It's sealed at one end. It's a beauty. Look at that, bit of box punnage. Absolutely lovely. I think it's been opened. No, the flap don't bend as you open it, but everything is in there. Oh, it's just cream of the crop. Some funky poster, and oh, look at that poster. I've got to have a little look. Oof. Oh, I tell you what, they did do some fantastic posters. Nintendo, look at that. Look at that. And on the back, Game Boy. Way. Wicked. Absolutely spot on. I do love seeing some of the random leaflets and stuff that you can get in these games. They're fucking brilliant. So this, I think this one is definitely going to be a box upgrade for me, or a complete game upgrade, because that is beautiful. So then we're looking at World Cup again, another cracker, beautiful condition. I did have one of these. I think it was quite good, probably like a 7 out of 10 before, but I think that was one that I got rid of to Dan. But this one, beautiful manual, the game's in there lovely. Yeah, I don't need to get that out, but look at that for screenshotage. How things have changed nowadays. But yeah, so then put some colour in my cheeks. Oh, melting hot. But again, look at that. Look, she's a beauty. I know how bloody clumsy I am, so I'm trying not to. This one's been opened at that side. It's not creased. Look at that. Look. Don't need Tootie round here today. But it's just absolutely spot on. I really am, you know, frightened to touch these games because they're so nice. Now how dippy I am. But that's the Manuel. Look at that. Beautiful. Games in a baggie. I'm definitely going to go through all my collection and have a little cheeky look through and upgrade. That's another one I'm not even going to attempt to get that back in. That manual's way too thick, but it's all lovely. We got Worms Armageddon, again a really nice condition, cracker. Box is solid as can be, all round, lovely, jubbly, bubbly. Great box art, gotta be said. I've never been into Worms games, I really haven't. I can see the appeal, but definitely not for me. Again, it's all complete in there, really nice. I've got this, just the cart only is good enough for me. So yeah, this will be one that will be going. So yeah, Worms Armageddon. The obligatory F1 Grand Prix. It was a really cool game back in the day. I remember playing that so much. I did love me N64. So I don't need to get all that out, but now this is definitely an upgrade, because I think I've got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think so. That's six out of the 8 wrestling games I think it is on the N64. Now there's 2 in amongst this bundle, and I've got them 2, but they're a bit ropey on the condition. So again, we're going to be having upgrades. So WCW, NWO. All this one's got a bit of crushing. It's been a bit crushed at the edges. So this one's a bit not as pretty as the other. Oh, I'm going to get this one out because we've got no Manuel in here. We've got a bit of, so scrap that. Bloody GoldenEye weren't the worst condition. It's, right, Toots, I'll come and get you. You get the iron out. We'll have a go at that. You show me the correct technique. I want you to get your pinny on. That needs an iron, that box, but it's still better than mine, because I know all the edges have gone a bit ropey on mine. So sorry about the extra noise. Now this one, Turok 2. Boom! Seeds of Evil. Another cracking game. Now my Turok 2, I'm sure, had the black inner tray, whereas this one has got it all built in, and it's got the black cartridge. I think it was one of the first games that had the rating on. It's just a sticker. So it's got it on the box, but it's a sticker on the inside. And beautiful manual. Look at that. Crispy. I think I got rid of my Turoks. Yeah, I did. I got rid of my Turoks. So this will be one to go, because I think it was Turok 3 I could never find. I had Rage Wars, Turok 1 and 2, but just, you know, couldn't get number 3. And again, a lovely little sort of advert booklet inside. Really cool. And then for me, what's the cream of the crop, and it's not an expensive game, but it's got something that I never knew existed on the back. So this game, Wrestlemania 2000, and you can see she's a beauty. I would say it's a tiny little bit of a, where it's pushed up against something. Probably me getting it up into the loft using the ladder, bumping it about. But I would say that as a condition is probably a good 8 or 9 out of 10. It's a beauty, right? Insides, 10 out of 10. Sexual. But on the back, completely random. First thing H says when he sees it is, "Oh, can I nick that bit off the back?" And I'm like, "No, don't you even try." Because what I didn't realise is there's a card attached to the back of the box, and it's like a lenticular thing where it's, I don't know if it's picking it up, but a little lenticular card, but it's wedged in the back of the box. I didn't even know that was a thing. But how cool is that? Proper awesome. I don't know if it's picking it up on on that all right. But how brilliant. Oh, what? So really made up with that, because I'm proper chuffed. My one of that is ropey. It's a bit dog-eared on the corners, whatnot. So to get a really nice one of these, and to get that treat in there as well, absolutely made up. Now the manual is no thumbage there. It's a beauty, and that, oh, absolutely brilliant. And it's got the old some sort of registration card thing. So yeah, oh, what a cracking bundle. Yes, I've paid out money, and not little money. You know, it's a fair rate, shall we say. There's some other thing in here. Oh, let's have a look at that. We love a little inlay insert. It's another little cool poster. Whee! Advertising the colour edition Funtastics. So it's always good to know what comes in the posters that should be in the games. So yeah, how about that? Really cool. So absolutely made up. Like I say, spent a fair old bit of money, but it's for a good cause, of course. Just having a look through, a little nosy through the action replay instructions. So I'll put that with the box. That can go in there. And so now for the fun bit. Happy days. I am absolutely cooking. I need a little swig of protein, and then I've got to get on it, because we're now, bloody hell, 20 to 10. She's going to be ding, ding, ding on the old loft hatch in a minute. You coming down? So yeah, so happy days. We have additions. Way! I've got a bag down there with another lot of additions. That's another console. So it's a console added, and I don't know, probably about 10, 12 games. Way! Bit of accessories there as well. And then I've got another console added, and it's banging. Absolute beautiful. And the top of the box, because when I first see this, when he handed it to me, I was like, fuck me, that's sealed. It's fucking sealed. Shit. But it turns out it had gone into the box at the bottom, because it's got a sealed sticker on the top, but he's carefully gone in through the bottom of the box and pulled it all out. There's me getting a proper like, ooh. So yeah, so there's going to be more videos incoming, but that's when I'm allowed back up in the loft, because I've been up here for long enough now. Better have a quick sort out before there's that bang 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 on the loft hatch. Get your ass down here. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. If you made it through all that, hope everybody's well. There's been major sort of things I've been missing out on with my channel. I've got to say thank you to all those that have continued subscribing and watching and whatnot and interacting. I haven't been getting all of the notifications. Good old Tolkster messaged me because he thought I was ignoring him, and he's messaged me and sort of said, bloody hell's going on? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I ain't been getting the notifications, and also, and the missus hasn't got round to fully going through it all, but he pointed out that somewhere on the channel there's new settings that have come into play, and my channel's been set to okay for kids, so I couldn't have subscribers, and people couldn't comment on videos, or there was things, different settings that's buggered my channel right up. And I've got to say that a lot of notifications for people that I'm subbed to, I haven't been getting any alerts, so I don't know how to sort that, and I'm wondering maybe the best way to deal with it is to just everyone that I'm subbed to unsub and then sub to them again, and then I'll start, you know, and when I go through them, whack on that I get the old ding 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 bell notifications every time. But even on my main screen on the iPad, recommendations. And when I sort of narrow it down to gaming and certain channels, I haven't seen any notifications coming up for bloody ages. Yet when I look on my subscribe list, I can see that they've put videos up. So I'm trying to remember all the channels that I'd like to watch, you know, people in the community, the regulars, because I'm missing out on an awful lot, and I end up just watching bloody music videos or, you know, GB news, and then get even more pissed off. And so I'm missing out on a lot of retro gaming content. Thankfully, Tootie, I watched your video the other night. Nice to see some Japanese box art on there. But so yeah, I don't know, you know, it's getting late now. Been a busy weekend. So I might go through the channel and just have a clear out and then start again. Unless we can work out how to sort of update the settings in some way. So so yeah, anyway, enough rambling. I'm going to get sorting out quickly, do as much as I can, try not to break or rip any more in boxes or break any more seals, and then do some pickies and send them over to Danny, and then go and chill out for the rest of the evening. We're watching Baywatch at the moment. Happy days. I think we're on about series 2 of Baywatch. Fucking loving it. Got a bit of Baywatch on the go. We watched Mario Brothers the other day on Blu-ray and standard. I was knackered, fell asleep halfway through that. Although we went to cinema to see it. And the new Scream film, the other half got that as a treat, and that's a great film. Really is well worth watching. So so yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for subbing, and I'll see you again soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.